I told him my DMs are full of men who would treat me better. Now he's gone, and I'm alone. It's a Friday night, and I'm sitting alone on the couch in the apartment that feels too big for just me now. The TV is on, but I'm not really watching it. I'm scrolling through old photos on my phone, stopping at pictures of Alex and me from happier times. My thumb hovers over his latest Instagram post, him looking happier than I've ever seen him, with his arm around someone new. I think, how did I end up here? 3 months ago, we were planning our future together, and now I'm eating takeout alone on a Friday night while he's moved on completely. My chest tightens, and I toss my phone to the other end of the couch as if it burned me. I pull my knees to my chest and feel the sting of tears forming. This is my story, how I managed to destroy my 5-year relationship with one careless, drunken comment that I can never take back. 6 months ago, I'm standing in our kitchen, chopping vegetables for dinner, while Alex sits at the counter telling me about his day at work. He's 36, 8 years older than me, and works as an architectural engineer, stable, reliable, and honestly, sometimes a little too predictable. So then Johnson comes in with the revised blueprints, and you wouldn't believe what he did with the support columns, Alex is saying, his hands gesturing excitedly. I nod, half listening, as I scroll through Instagram notifications on my phone. Another message from @FitnessDude92 commenting on my latest gym selfie. I smile to myself. Megan, are you listening? Alex's voice cuts through my distraction. Yeah, something about columns, I say, putting my phone down. Sorry, just checking something. Alex's smile falters slightly. It's fine, not the most exciting story anyway. I feel a flash of guilt, but brush it away. No, tell me, I'm listening now. But the moment has passed, and Alex just shrugs, taking a sip of his beer. It's not important. Need help with dinner? I glance at my phone again as another notification pops up. No, I've got it. In my head, I'm thinking, God, he can be so boring sometimes. When did we become this old married couple? We're not even married. 2 weeks later, I'm standing in our friend Caitlin's crowded living room during her birthday party. The music is too loud. I'm on my fourth vodka soda, and I feel good, better than I have in weeks. My body buzzes with the pleasant warmth of alcohol, and I'm laughing at something someone said when I spot Alex across the room, talking to some guys from his office. I watch him for a moment. He looks handsome tonight in his blue button-up shirt that brings out his eyes, but he's just standing there, nursing the same beer he's had for the past hour, nodding politely at whatever boring work conversation they're having. Caitlin slides up next to me, following my gaze. You two okay? You've barely talked to each other all night. I take another sip of my drink. We're fine, just in a bit of a rut, you know? Same old, same old. That's relationships after the honeymoon phase, she says with a shrug. But Alex is a good guy. Stable, loyal, has a great job. That's rare these days. I roll my eyes. Yeah, stable, predictable, boring. Boring? Caitlin raises her eyebrows. I wouldn't call Alex boring. I pull out my phone and open Instagram, showing her my DMs. See this? I get messages from guys like this every day. Guys who would probably show me a better time than watching documentaries on Friday nights and going to bed by 10. Caitlin looks uncomfortable. Meg, maybe you shouldn't. But I'm not listening. The alcohol has loosened my tongue, and frustrations I didn't even know I was harboring come pouring out. I mean, what's the point of being with someone if they don't excite you anymore? My DMs are full of men who would treat me like a queen, not like some roommate they occasionally have sex with. I don't realize my voice has gotten louder, or that the conversation around us has quieted until I see Caitlin's eyes widen, looking past me. I turn and there's Alex standing just a few feet away, his face completely drained of color. Our eyes lock, and in that moment, I know he heard everything. My stomach drops. Alex, I didn't. I start to say, but he just shakes his head slightly, places his beer bottle on a nearby table, and walks toward the door. I stand frozen, thinking, oh shit, what did I just do? The next morning, I'm sitting on the edge of our bed, my head pounding from the hangover, as Alex silently packs an overnight bag. Babe, please, I was drunk. I didn't mean any of that, I say, watching him methodically fold a t-shirt. People say what they really think when they're drunk, Megan, he replies, his voice quiet but firm. You just say the things you're usually too careful to say out loud. I stand up, moving toward him. That's not true. I was just being stupid, trying to sound cool in front of Caitlin. You know how she is with her perfect relationship. Alex stops packing and looks at me directly for the first time since last night. His eyes are red-rimmed, like he hasn't slept. Is that what you really think of me? That I'm boring? That I don't treat you well enough? No, of course not, I say quickly, reaching for his hand, but he pulls away. Because I've been trying, Megan. I work 50 hours a week at a job that isn't always exciting so we can afford this apartment, so we can save for our future. I thought we were building something together. Tears well up in my eyes. We are. Alex, please, it was just stupid drunk talk. He zips up his bag. I'm going to stay at Mike's for a few days. I need some space to think. Panic rises in my chest. Think about what? Alex, you can't leave over one stupid comment. He stops at the bedroom door. It's not just one comment, Meg. It's everything. The way you're always on your phone when I'm talking to you, the way you roll your eyes when I suggest a quiet night in, the fact that you're entertaining messages from other men and comparing me to them. He sighs. I deserve better than that. And then he's gone, the front door closing with a quiet click that somehow feels more final than if he'd slammed it. I sink back onto the bed, thinking, he'll come back. He always comes back. He just needs to cool off. 3 days later, I'm standing in our kitchen, staring at my phone. Alex hasn't answered any of my texts or calls. I've gone from apologetic to angry to pleading and back to angry again. I type out another text. This is ridiculous. Are you seriously ghosting me over one comment? Real mature, Alex. I hit send and immediately regret it. This isn't going to help, but I'm frustrated and scared. This is the longest we've gone without speaking since we met 5 years ago. My phone rings and I snatch it up eagerly, but it's just Caitlin. Have you heard from him? She asks when I answer. No, I say, opening the refrigerator and staring at its contents without really seeing anything. He's being childish, giving me the silent treatment like we're in high school. There's a pause on the other end. Meg, what you said was pretty harsh. I think he's genuinely hurt. I close the refrigerator door with more force than necessary. It was just a stupid comment at a party. Everyone says dumb things when they're drunk. Maybe, but have you actually apologized, like really apologized without making excuses? I think about my texts. You're overreacting. It wasn't that bad. I was just drunk. I've tried to talk to him, but he won't answer my calls, I say defensively. Maybe try a different approach, Caitlin suggests gently. Actually acknowledge how he feels instead of dismissing it. After we hang up, I sit at the kitchen counter and draft a new message. Alex, I'm truly sorry for what I said. It was thoughtless and cruel, and you didn't deserve that. What we have is special to me, and I never meant to make you feel like you weren't enough. Please come home so we can talk about this. I hit send and wait, staring at my phone. 1 minute passes. 5, 10. No response. In my head, I think, why am I even apologizing this much? He's being so dramatic about the whole thing. A week later, I'm sitting on our couch when I hear a key in the lock. I jump up as Alex walks in, my heart racing with hope and relief. You're back, I say, moving toward him, but stop when I see his expression. Resolved, distant. I'm just here to get some more clothes, he says, avoiding my eyes. I'm staying at Mike's for a while longer. I feel a flash of anger. For how long? This is getting ridiculous, Alex. I said I was sorry. He finally looks at me, his gaze steady. Yes, you did, after telling me I was overreacting and being childish. Well, you are. The words burst out before I can stop them. It was one stupid comment at a party. Why are you making such a big deal out of this? Alex shakes his head slightly. That's exactly the problem, Megan. You still don't get it. It wasn't just one comment. It was the disrespect behind it. The fact that you're entertaining messages from other men and comparing me to them. They're just Instagram followers. It's not like I'm cheating on you, I protest. No, but you're keeping your options open, aren't you? His voice is quiet but cuts deep. You're making sure you know what else is out there in case I'm not exciting enough anymore. I want to deny it, but the words stick in my throat because there's a kernel of truth there that I'm not ready to face. Alex continues. I've spent 5 years trying to build a life with you, planning for our future, and all this time, you've been thinking I'm not good enough. That's not true, I whisper, but it sounds weak even to my own ears. Isn't it? He asks. Because that's what you said, that your DMs are full of men who would treat you better. So maybe you should give them a chance. He walks past me to the bedroom, and I stand there, stunned. This isn't how this was supposed to go. He was supposed to accept my apology, we'd make up, and things would go back to normal. I follow him to the bedroom, watching as he efficiently packs more clothes into a duffel bag. So that's it? You're throwing away 5 years over this? I ask, my voice rising. Alex zips up the bag and turns to me. No, Megan, you did that. I'm just finally respecting myself enough to walk away. As he moves to leave, I grab his arm. Please, Alex, I love you. We can work through this. For a moment, his expression softens, and I think I've reached him. Then he gently removes my hand from his arm. I love you too, Meg. I always will. But loving someone isn't always enough if there's no respect. He walks to the door, then pauses. I'll be back next weekend to get the rest of my things. And then he's gone again, leaving me standing in our bedroom thinking, this can't be happening. He'll change his mind. He has to. 2 weeks later, I'm sitting at a table in our favorite coffee shop, nervously checking my watch. Alex agreed to meet me here after days of pleading texts. I've rehearsed what I'm going to say, how I'll convince him that what we have is worth fighting for. The bell above the door jingles, and my heart leaps as Alex walks in. He looks different somehow, more confident maybe. He's gotten a haircut, and his normally clean-shaven face now sports a short, well-groomed beard that actually suits him really well. Hi, he says as he sits down across from me, his voice polite but reserved. You look good, I say, genuinely meaning it. The beard suits you. He runs a hand over his chin self-consciously. Thanks. Needed a change. There's an awkward silence as the barista brings over the coffee I ordered for him. Black with 1 sugar, just how he likes it. Thanks for meeting me, I finally say. I've missed you. He takes a sip of his coffee, his eyes meeting mine over the rim. What did you want to talk about, Megan? I take a deep breath. I want us to try again. I know I hurt you, and I'm truly sorry. What I said was cruel and untrue. You've always been enough for me, more than enough. Alex listens quietly, his expression unreadable. I've done a lot of thinking these past weeks, I continue, about us, about how I've been taking you for granted. I don't want to lose what we have, Alex. Please come home. He sets his cup down carefully. I appreciate your apology, Meg. I really do. But I've also been doing a lot of thinking. He pauses. The night of the party wasn't just a wake-up call about us. It was a wake-up call about me, about how I've been living my life trying to be what everyone else wants instead of what I want. My stomach sinks. This isn't going the way I planned. What do you mean? I ask. I mean, maybe you were right. Maybe I had become boring, predictable, but not because that's who I am, because I was trying so hard to be the stable, reliable partner that I thought you needed. I never asked you to. You didn't have to. He interrupts gently. I did it because I loved you, because I thought building a secure future was what would make you happy. But clearly, it wasn't enough. I reach across the table for his hand, but he pulls back slightly, not unkindly, but firmly. I've started rock climbing, he says, changing the subject abruptly. Always wanted to try it, but never made the time. And I'm taking a photography course on weekends. That's great, I say, thrown by the shift. We could do those things together. He shakes his head. That's not what I'm saying, Meg. I'm telling you that I'm finding myself again. The self I put on hold to be the person I thought you wanted. I feel panic rising. I want you, the real you, whatever that means. Do you? He asks. Because the real me might not always be predictable or stable. The real me might want to take risks sometimes, to be spontaneous in ways that don't include checking Instagram for validation. The comment stings because it hits too close to home. He sighs, I don't think we want the same things anymore, Megan. Maybe we never did. That's not true, I protest, tears beginning to form. We were happy. Were we? Or were we just comfortable? He looks at me with genuine curiosity, as if he's trying to figure it out himself. I don't have an answer that doesn't feel like a lie. Alex finishes his coffee and stands up. I should go. I have a climbing session in half an hour. So that's it? I ask, looking up at him. You're not even willing to try? His expression softens with something like pity, which feels worse than anger. I think we both need to do some growing, Meg, just in different directions. As he walks away, I sit there, staring at his empty cup, thinking, this isn't supposed to be how our story ends. A month later, I'm standing in the bathroom of a bar, fixing my makeup. It's my first attempt at going out since Alex and I broke up for good. Caitlin insisted, saying I needed to get back out there, whatever that means. I stare at my reflection, thinking, is this what I wanted? Freedom to meet new people? Because it feels nothing like I imagined. The door swings open, and Caitlin walks in. There you are. I've been looking everywhere for you. Are you okay? I force a smile. Yeah, just freshening up. She leans against the sink next to me. That guy at the bar keeps asking about you. The one with the blue shirt? He's cute. I nod, but I'm not interested. All I can think about is that he's not Alex. Maybe this was a mistake, I say. I'm not ready for this. Caitlin's expression softens. It takes time, honey. Breakups are hard. I really messed up, didn't I? I ask, finally saying out loud what I've been thinking for weeks. She doesn't sugarcoat it. Yeah, you did. But we all mess up sometimes. Have you seen him? I can't help asking. Is he okay? Caitlin hesitates. I ran into him at that new coffee place on 4th last week. He seemed good. Really good, actually. My heart squeezes painfully. With someone new? He was with a woman, yes, Caitlin admits. I didn't talk to them, just saw them from across the room. I turn back to the mirror, blinking rapidly to keep tears from ruining my mascara. I'm happy for him, I say, not entirely lying. He deserves to be happy. So do you, Caitlin says, squeezing my arm. Just maybe not tonight. Let's get out of here. We can go back to my place, order pizza, watch something mindless. As we leave the bar, I check my phone habitually. My Instagram DMs are still full of messages from strangers, men whose faces and names blur together now. I didn't answer a single one of them after Alex left. Their hollow compliments and obvious intentions now seem pathetic rather than flattering. I think, what was I thinking? That these strangers could replace what Alex and I had. 3 months after the party that changed everything, I'm sitting alone in our apartment. My apartment now. Most of Alex's things are gone. He came with some friends on a Saturday when I was visiting my parents, so we wouldn't have to face each other again. All that's left are the things we bought together that he didn't want or need. The couch, the TV, the kitchen table, where we ate countless meals together. The place feels hollow now, haunted by memories of happier times. My phone buzzes with a text from my mom. How are you doing, sweetie? Dad and I are worried about you. I type back, I'm fine, getting better every day. It's a lie, but it's easier than the truth. Out of habit, I open Instagram, scrolling mindlessly until I see it, a new post from Alex. Against my better judgment, I tap on it. It's a photo of him on top of a mountain, arms outstretched, the sunset casting an orange glow on his face. He looks happy, freer than I've ever seen him. The caption reads, sometimes you have to lose your way to find yourself, #new beginnings. I stare at the image for a long time, feeling a complex mix of emotions. Pride that he's flourishing, sorrow that I'm not part of it, regret for the careless words that set all of this in motion. The comments section is full of supportive messages, including several from a woman named Olivia, whose profile picture shows a pretty brunette with an adventurous smile. I click on her profile and immediately wish I hadn't. There are several photos of her and Alex together. Hiking, at a concert, cooking dinner. They look happy. He looks happy. I close the app and toss my phone aside, drawing my knees up to my chest on the couch that suddenly feels too big for just one person. The irony doesn't escape me. I'd complained about Alex being boring, predictable, not exciting enough. Yet now that he's gone, all I can think about is how his steadiness was a choice, a gift he gave me because he thought that's what I needed, how his quiet love was deeper than any flashy display could ever be. My DMs are still full of messages from men who claim they would treat me better. But now I understand. None of them would have loved me the way Alex did, patiently, consistently, with his whole heart. I get up and walk to the window, looking out at the city lights. In the reflection of the glass, I see not just my face, but the empty apartment behind me, the physical manifestation of the emptiness I've created in my life, with a few careless words spoken in a moment of drunken discontent. I told him my DMs were full of men who would treat me better. I whisper to my reflection. Now he's gone, and I'm alone. The lesson comes too late, but perhaps not in vain. True love isn't always exciting or Instagram worthy, but it's real in a way that no number of admiring messages from strangers could ever be. And respect, the foundation I carelessly eroded with my words, is something you can't recover once it's truly broken. Outside, rain begins to fall, streaking the window and blurring the city lights. I press my palm against the cool glass and make a silent promise to myself that if I'm ever lucky enough to find love again, I'll recognize its true value before it slips away. But for now, I live with the consequences of my actions, in an apartment full of memories, learning the hard lesson that sometimes the things you take for granted are the very things you can't live without.